Hey, well, I just don't know about Fridays. I never know about Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. I never do because people are busy. Monday through Thursday, uh, it's a yes. Pepperoni nips, welcome. Hey, Abigail, Mods, looking cute. Diana H, Meredith Lynn, Squirrel Girls here. Donna Cooper, upcoming Shark Week tax. Oh, thanks for reminding me. It's next week, isn't it? I think let's all make a guess. I think it's going to be like a week from tomorrow. I think it's going to be Saturday. Thanks for the super chat. That was so nice. Hey, Pat Jonas, Muffet Lou, Liz Tricks. Sorry I'm going on kind of late. Hey, Jamie Palmer. Kat made it. Kat, you've been late lately. Good job, girl. I wasn't on time. Hey, Angel K, Don Puca Vista. Found the spider that almost made me start praying, and I think I busted my foot encouraging him to meet his Lord and Savior. It's a slippery slope. It is. I've been trying not to kill things for a long time, but man, I got up to what day was that? It was like 3 in the morning and Bo had to pee and I turned the light on and this little doodad scampered across my kitchen floor and he wasn't little. And it was just immediate reaction. I just picked up a shoe and and I felt bad. I still feel bad about that. Like I don't want to kill things, but here's the deal. I'm terrified of spiders. I'm never going to get to a point where I pick it up or like even trap it. Like if there's a wasp in my house, I'll trap it. I'll slide an envelope under it and I'll let him outside. I'm never going to do that with a spider. This thing was large. It was a country spider. Once again, it might have been a gesture spider. Sometimes they wear that little emblem like an armband. And I'm like, I don't know. This guy did have a tattoo, but I didn't see a bill account on it. Hey, where you been? HC from LBC, cute picture. Hey, Renee B. Buffy, happy anniversary, guys. Buffy, why are you here? Aren't you supposed to go to dinner? Aren't you supposed to be Buffy? You know what we talked about. You need to practice. Hey, Joanne Hawley, just as I am. Marie Marion, old Charlie again. Laura Lou. Okay, Squirrel Girl says Friday. All right, we'll see. We'll see. We'll take you on that bet, girl. DNV, Aspire to Inspire, MLG Gamer. Hey, Honey Lou, Anna Banana, Angie Mo. That's awful, Angel K. Hey, Air Supply, DS Kitty Diane. Thanks, Hux. Hey, Abigail, good to see you, babe. Missed you yesterday. Hey, Jessamine. Was he in purple? He didn't have purple on. I don't think it was a jester spider. It could have been an Osa spider. It could have been an Osa spider. Hey, old Charlie again. BLT, Linda. He's at work. Well, that train's never late, girl. It's your 5-year anniversary. Let's get to it. Start practicing. Where's your bananas? Hey, see, this is people's phobias. We could do a whole show on this. I'm not afraid of insects or snakes. I hate rats. I feed rats. Like if there's a rat nearby, I'm going to go get a Triscuit for him. You know, Seamus and Moose beheaded a rat recently. This thing was, I'm not kidding. It was I've never seen a rat that big. I got up one morning with my coffee. I went outside with the dogs and its head was gone. Its body was sitting there. And I said, okay, my cats are gangsters. West Coast Fancy Nancy. Joanne, I am terrified of spiders. Terrified. Now I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to be more with the Lord about it, trying to see their purpose. And it's you get it. Armine, Starlina. See, not messing with a wasp. A lot of people have a fear of wasps. I do not, P. Taylor. An armband spider. Yeah, pepperoni nips. Hey, Ghost Rider. Well, happy birthday to your husband. That's so cute. Buffy's celebrating tonight too. Abigail, it was a pretty important stream yesterday. That's all. I just wish you would have been there, but that's okay. You have a life. It was a good one. It was heavy. And it was just eye-opening, some God stuff, I would say. Okay, Buffy. All right, Buffy. Jessamine's scared of rodents. Hey, Kestrel. Yeah, you're scared of snakes, Angie Mo. I had a snake. I'm not scared of him. Have you ever seen a mole? Bizarre animals. They are. My cats kill them all the time. Yeah, they have like a weird little snout, and I think Moose and Seamus found like a nest of them because they bring home the babies and kill them, and it absolutely breaks me in half. I don't like that. Hey, Tamber June, it's like, what are you going to do? Hey, Iwa, when you live in the country, I don't know what you're supposed to do with your life. Well, that's okay, Abigail. I'm not asking you like I'm just saying yesterday's stream was fantastic, girl. I'm glad that you had a good day too. Moles are adorable. Robin Miners. Hey, babe. Hey, Rachel. Have you had water? I am a little dehydrated today. Thanks for asking. Yeah, rats don't bother me, but it's probably all the guinea pigs, hamsters, and ferrets I had. Hey, no drama llama. I think anything furry like that's adorable, and I want to feed it immediately. Happy birthday, 99th. Would have been your mother's 99th. Happy heavenly birthday to her. And we're so happy that your grandson is home. The cats are assassins, but why wouldn't they be? Look who their father is. Not you, kid, not you. Their father was a crim, reformed, retired, but still, he was a crim. Now, would you want your dad to be Tony Soprano? Of course we would. It's definitely cool, and it makes us cool by association, but it's not cool to be murdering every little furry creature. Hey, Aline, Donna Cooper, I hate spiders. Muffet Lou, that's the worst thing I've ever read. Thanks, Abigail. You don't have to. Kestrel, I love rodents too. Hey, Miss Sassafras. Yeah, P. Taylor. What is that about? Hey, Wharton. Oh, the dinner is tomorrow. I thought it was Friday night. Okay, okay. All right. Well, get to work practicing, girl. You got a lot of work to do. Here's the thing. I don't know. I got this at Target. I don't know. Spring something. I don't know. Every time I go into a fitting room and I try on, I like tank tops. I'm embracing my body more. But when I put on a thicker one, like from here to here versus the strap being thinner, I feel like it does something to my arms and it makes my arms look fat. Well, they are fat, but I feel like it really accentuates that. But I don't know. I'm kind of against it too. I'm like, I kind of like it though. It also makes these look large. And I think, I mean, obviously that's just the bra, but what are you doing, kid? What kind of nonsense are you into now, girl? You've been into a lot of nonsense lately, and I'm losing my sense of humor about it. I don't know. I have hope that when my mom turned my mom went through menopause when she was 55. My sister and I thought that she got a boob job and just didn't tell us. Like, I need to plug my phone in. I finally brought it up to her and we were like, Mom, why didn't you tell us that you got your tits done? Like, there's nothing to be ashamed of. It's weird that you didn't share that with us. You slept with the lead singer of Nazareth. Lord knows how many bartenders you probably boned in the 80s, the 70s, right? Like, why stop now? Why are we being shy about things? She didn't. She didn't get a boob job. Her boobs got huge when she went through menopause. So my hope is I'm going to take after my mother. Well, thanks, Angie Mo. Me too, Kim. I'm glad. Hey, Becky. Becky USA is here. I'm glad you are seeing your past with clearer eyes lately. I love watching you gain a new perspective and grow from it. Best wishes for your future, and we get to grow at your side. I love you, Kim Leaf. What a nice thing to say. That is very kind. I think it's the opposite. It makes your arms look smaller. Okay, Joanne, then I wish I would have bought that sweater at TJ's today. Guys, I had to run to Target today. What? Yeah. Your boobs tripled in your 40s. They drive me nuts. Okay, well, that would be great if we all just put some hope out there into the universe for such. I'm not asking for triple D's or whatever it is you guys have. I'm just maybe just like a half a step up, like a half a cup. I'm not even looking for a whole cup, just a half cup, like a quarter cup. Kid, we're not going to do this tonight. Kimberly in Japan, I have missed you. I finally caught a live. The stream about Sam was awesome. Welcome in, babe. Wow. We haven't seen you in so long. It's really good to see you. Hey, Kat. I don't know what happened. We didn't kick you out. Guys, I went to Target today because we're not doing it. Kid, come here. Kid, kid, kid. If you don't quit jacking around, get up here, potatoes. Potatoes, just get up here and quit nosying around. You're too old. You're acting like a kitten. She's been like jumping all over the house like a spider monkey. Wanda, it's still itchy, but I'll tell you what about this tattoo. Hey, Linda G. I had to go to Costco today too. Do you know how many people stop me with this tattoo? I had someone take a picture of it today. I'm about done with it. Come here. Hey, do you hear this? Do you hear this sass? Kid, kid, don't forget where you live. Don't forget who pays the bills, girl. That's a lot of extra, though. Just real quick. Let me touch this. Let me just touch it real quick. Let me touch your fatty pouch. Let me touch your potatoes. Let me see this. Let me see about it. What conditioner are you using? Are you using like a leave-in conditioner, like an extra? Is this like a clarifying? What is it? Ooh, it's really nice, girl. All right. Potatoes. Hey, Megan Roberts. People came up to me in like I'd say five people approached me today between Costco, TJ's, and Target. And they were like, whoever did that ink did a great job. And I was like, wow, thank you. And then a girl came up and she was like, can I take a picture of that? She was like, who did that? So I can go to them. And I was like, wow, thank you. I love you, Muffet Lou. Thanks, babe. Kimberly. Sending love for kid. Thank you for the super chat. She needs it. She needs love and support. Thank you, Kimberly. I'm happy to see you. It's an awesome tattoo that tells a powerful story. And yes, thank you, Pat. And then, hey, Denise LaFond. Have I told my mom and sister? I haven't told my mom about Sam, but I did tell my sister. Hey, Peggy Collins. And it's not that I'm avoiding it. I honestly haven't had much to do with my mom. She just got home 20 minutes ago. She texted me. They have been at downtown Nashville all day doing chemo. So my mom has been in doctor's appointments all week. My mom actually herself is going to have a surgery. And so she's been getting like scans and stuff done. So I haven't talked to my mom about it. That's kind of an in-person conversation. And we haven't gone to lunch or done anything. I certainly will. She's not going to be, it's not that much of a moving story for my mom, to be honest. Like, my sister was really happy, but it was over text. And she was like, wow, cool. You'll have to tell me about that sometime. She hasn't been feeling great. And so I kind of knew it wasn't going to be what it was for you guys. I'm sorry, but like you guys are also my family. And the story of Sam, I wanted to rush. Thanks, Jamie. I wanted to rush and tell you guys because here's why. My sister, Brianna, she has her own life, guys. She has her own kids. She has her own life. She's very busy. She's very into her life and her children because they're small and she has a lot going on. My mom, same thing, but with her husband. So he's going through chemo and they have all kinds of new stuff they try. What do you call that? I forget the word every time. They try new studies, like cancer studies. So they switch studies a lot. And my mom will constantly be like, what now the doctor is, the oncologist is recommending this study. So now we have to go in 3 days a week instead of 1 day a week. And now it's an infusion. And so it's not that I don't want my mom to know. It's just that both of my mom and sister are extremely busy and they're not following my life. They're not watching my channel. And they're not following it and talking about it daily and processing it with me like you guys do. So I was super, super excited. Yeah, Abigail, exactly. Sam's mother is different than my mother. So my mom, I have a feeling when I tell her, she's going to say something like, wow, is she still on drugs? Good for her. That's probably going to be it with my mom. You know, it's hard to sit down and have much of, you know, I tried to have a talk with my mom yesterday and it wasn't anything heavy or serious, but she was just like, okay. Oh man. She was like, we got to go. I have a doctor's appointment. We got to run into Murfreesboro. And like, her life is totally changed with my stepdad. Hey, Rain. And I try to respect that and not make everything about me. I do that here because that is what we do on this channel. We talk about different topics. We talk about a memory of mine, and then we'll unpack it and take at it, look at it. We examine things differently. That's Buffy. She's actually better today. Um, it, a big pet peeve of mine. I don't know why this came to my mind just now, but I really can't stand when you talk to someone, whether it be someone who's close to you and you talk to them, hey, Audrey, once or twice a month, whether it's someone that you haven't seen in 10 years, whether it's someone you barely know. Thanks, Music Life. Welcome in. You know what I'm getting at. Like, it doesn't matter who it is. Nothing bothers me more than when you have a conversation with someone and they don't ask about you. It's all about them. Hey, Alicia, I hate it that when someone's like me, and this and that. So I don't want to do that to my mom, and I don't want to do that to my sister. Like, I don't want to call them and be like, hey, here's what's happening with me. Let me give you an update. Like, I don't know. I'm hypersensitive about stuff like that. I don't like it when people just make it about them. I always walk away from a conversation when I talk to someone and I'm like, I hope I asked about them enough. Like, I hope that I really checked in. It's one of my things I think that I do. I want to make sure that people feel seen and feel heard. It's really important to me that people in my space and when I talk to them walk away feeling like they were seen and heard. They may hate me when they walk away, but I want them to walk away feeling like, well, at least she listened to me. She listened to what I had to say. And another thing I try not to do, I want to listen, I want to validate, but I don't necessarily want to be like, oh, I see. Okay, so here's what you need to do. I also don't give advice to people unless they ask me, right? So that's the only reason the Sam story felt most important to me to rush to my channel to share. So many things when they happen to me, I never think my mother knows very little about me. And my sister Brianna knows even less. And that's not because I'm trying to keep it from them. It's because we don't talk. Hey, Christine. Thank you, Megan Roberts. Exactly, Joanne Hawley. It'll happen organically with my mom, and I'm not worried about it. And you know what my mom won't do? You know what she won't do when I tell her about Sam? She's not going to say, how long have you known about this? Why didn't you tell me about this? You knew about this and you didn't tell me? Gesundheit. Right? So my mom won't feel that way. It's not an urging, rushing situation, but it was to tell you guys. And it's a huge, massive impact milestone on my life. And I knew I wanted to tell my friends and family here. So that's all. I mean, that's the only thing. I don't want anyone to think like, you haven't told your mom. She's honestly not going to give a shit. And the reason is not, I don't mean that insulting towards Sam at all. But you know how we talk about this a lot? You have to be aware. So we want to meet people where they're at. You have to meet people where they're at on the daily, though. You have to assess where people are at that day and meet them where they're at. But right now, my mother, well, thanks, Yadira. My mother right now is in a very difficult place. I don't know what it's like to take care of a stage 4 terminal cancer patient that you're married to. That has to be incredibly hard. It's got to be hard taking care of them, and it's got to be the hard when you're going through that, when you're the person with it. But I try to step very lightly there and not give my mom anything good or bad heavy. Hey, Frog Wizard. Like, even her cup is full. Yes, Shannon's journey. Oh, that's wonderful news, Jamie Palmer. That's really a miracle. That's great news about your boyfriend's cat. Even if it's something really good that happened to me with my mom, like that I want to tell my mom, I will wait until it's organic and we have a minute. I'm not going to like drop everything and call my mom. I'm going to wait till I go up there. And if she's there and she wants to, Aline, welcome in. If she takes a walk with me, that's the time I'll choose. Hey, Trisha Kelly, if my mom, like we've been about once a month, she's been trying to make time to go to lunch with me, that's the time to tell her stuff. I don't like selfish behavior where you're like, hey, drop everything and listen to me. Like, My mom is really going through it. Her life has changed so much dramatically, like dramatically. And you know what that means? Their marriage has changed and the dynamic of everything has changed. And so I just kind of let that be. And I'm like, I can take a back seat. My problems, but also my successes can take a back seat right now. Like it'll still be there tomorrow. She does. She does, Buffy. Aline, thank you, babe. Thank you for the super sticker. That's really nice. Thank you. I'm happy you're here, Aline. So I just don't believe in. I really, really want to meet people where they're at, and I don't want to chase people. And I kind of want to talk about that tonight, but first I want to talk about what's more important, which is the fact that I went to TJ Maxx today. So I went to Target because Huxley was like, I need deodorant and I need laundry detergent. I was trying to say it without singling you out, Megan. I'm sorry. This show was about you. Okay, Liz. Megan Roberts says, "Are you trying to tell me the world doesn't revolve around me?" Megan, I was saying it without saying it, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry to single you out. No. That's correct, Rain. You do not. The last thing you want in this world is a 15-year-old boy to be out of deodorant. Yeah, I may have to get my own place. So I go to Target. Well, what's next to Target, everybody? TJ's. And I don't mean next to like drive over there. I mean right next door, like walk. And I was like, when in Rome, like it's Friday. I'm sorry, Megan Roberts. I was like, it feels right in my bones. Like it's about to be fall. It was the right thing to do. And hey, Elizabeth Frazier. So, Megan, I go over to TJ's and found some cute stuff. First of all, hey, Lilac Lime. I saw Patty. Hey, Abigail says, hold on, something just got into a contact. Timely advice is lovely, like golden apples in a silver basket. Well, that's detailed. Hey, Lisane. To one who listens, valid criticism is like a gold earring or other gold jewelry. What a strange one. I got to read that again. Timely advice is lovely, like golden apples in a silver basket. One of you guys better be sending me some golden apples in a silver basket. I prefer Harry and David. Please send that to my P.O. box. To one who listens, valid criticism is like a gold earring or other gold jewelry. I don't understand the second part. Valid to one who listens. Hey, Amy Edge, valid criticism is like a gold earring or other gold jewelry. Okay, Abigail says it's regarding balance in a conversation. That makes way more sense. Interesting. Abigail, thank you for that. That one was a thinker. Hey, Bridget. Love you, Bridget. I'm glad you made it. Yeah, Rain. Thank you for the super chat, Abigail, and thank you for that one. I kind of like one that makes me think. Thank you for that, babe. I'm really glad you're here. Hey, Kaza. You said that once, Kaza. TJ's is TK in Australia. Hey, Yawn. So I love Moonstone. I don't know if you guys know that. I love Moonstone. So I found this ring for $15. Here's the thing. There's a lot of rich people in that TJ's, and I can't begin to tell you why, other than I guess that's the only one around. But this one really rich lady that I aspire to look like, she was so cute. She had overalls on that were like olive green. Here's the only thing. She was wearing sunglasses. People who wear sunglasses inside, I'm like, if your retina better have detached yesterday. Otherwise, like, what are you doing? But she pulled it off. She was cool. She had on these like big round brown sunglasses, and she somehow pulled off like a messy hair look and a huge wedding ring and like really cute sandals. Like she was trying to look like outrunning Aaron's look, but she didn't pull it off because you could tell she was like a billionaire. And that's kind of what I'm going for. Like I wear sunglasses inside and so does Joe. Okay, I'll do that if it's a very light tint and you can see my eyes. Otherwise, what are we doing? Is it to be cool? Like, what are you doing? What are we trying to stand out? What's going on? Now, again, you probably pull it off, Rain, because you're pretty cool all by yourself. And this lady was cool. Never heard that one by Savage Garden. Megan, I'm so glad you get my jokes. Some people think I'm serious. Oh my God, no, we're the same, Megan Roberts. I know you, girl. I know you inside and out. No way. But thank you for the super chat. Um, I had to distance myself from only brother. I hope I can talk it out with him someday. Meet someone where they are is always in my mind now. I'm off to work, so I'll catch up. Kimberly, I love that. And you know what? Have hope because my sister and I went 21 years. So there's hope. There's faith, Kimberly. Please hold that there because just think about my story. It could happen. And I love meeting people where they're at. It's selfish not to. And I love you. Have fun at work. Good for you, Jamie Palmer. That's important to do. Cute, Buffy. Some people do it to avoid making eye contact. Alicia says, I wear sunglasses inside when I'm not wearing makeup. Don't want to scare anyone. Okay, so I've done that with COVID masks. No joke. Like if I look really bad, yeah, Angie, and I look terrible, I sometimes, Jeff used to yell at me about that. I would, I still do this. When I had to take Bo, I don't do it as much now because it's not as long of a drive. But in Kathy Burkhart in Kansas City, I used to have to drop Bo off at the groomers at 8 a.m. and it was like 40 minutes away. So I would literally fall out of bed, like put a leash on him and put him in the car. I didn't brush my teeth. I didn't wash my face. So I would actually put on a COVID mask because I didn't want anyone smelling my rank ass breath. But also I looked greasy and awful. I look bad when I wake up in the morning. Jeff was like, are you out of your mind? I mean, he was super against COVID masks. So, I mean, I kept him in the house too when I would clean with bleach, like I would put him on. But yeah, it was pretty silly. I get it. I get it with the sunglasses then actually. This girl was super cute. And I really had a crush on her from afar. Joe wears his because some lighting affects his eyes, and I wear mine because I cannot be bothered to switch my non-sunglasses. I get it. It's a time issue. Okay, Rain. Well, respect. All the respect in the world to you guys. I understand. So this rich ass cute lady in her overalls. Yeah, Aline, exactly. This rich ass cute lady was like, this is the best TJ's, Patty. And she was buying all this jewelry and purses. And I was like, I was, eavesdropping as one does. Don't be judging. You guys do it all the time. And I was like, what is she saying? I was like, I want to look like her. I want to be like her. What is she saying? And she was like, I go to the Franklin TJ Maxx. Franklin is like the really rich area where Reese Witherspoon probably lives and Nicole Kidman and Steven Tyler. And she was like, I go to the Franklin one. Whenever someone says something about Franklin, that's definitely dick swinging. It's like carrying your Prada bag for sure. It's like, I live in Franklin, but everybody does it. I mean, I'm not judging her. In Kansas City, people did that. They'd be like, I live in Mission Hills. Like people want you to know that they're extra cool and wealthy. And I might just start dropping that. To be honest, the problem is if someone were like, if I went somewhere, I kind of want to do it. I want to try it and be like, I live in Franklin. But then people would be like, oh, where at? I live in Franklin. I'd be like, I have to go pick up my son at that private school in Franklin. How did she treat Patty? And that is what matters. She was super fun. She was fresh, cute. And I would say she was matter of fact, but very kind. You know how rich people are. They're not like over the top friendly, typically. Usually they're just, I'm a big deal and I love it here. Have a great weekend. Anyway, what was I getting? Oh, so Patty and I talked for like an hour today. She shared so much with me, like private, personal details in her life, like grabbed me from the counter. She hugs me every time I go there now. Shared some very private things with me that I will never share. I told her that. And at the end, I said, Patty, thank you for sharing that with me. And I said, I want you to know I will never share that. She said, oh, I already know that about you, honey. She said, I wouldn't have told you if I thought otherwise. She goes, I know you don't share people's business. And I was like, how does she know that? She just knows me from shopping here. It always makes me feel really good when people do that. Yeah, every around here, everyone name drops Palm Beach. It's so lame. It's so dick swingy. Like, you might as well just be like, "Sorry I'm late, you guys. Like, I couldn't find the keys to my Range Rover." Like, it's so funny when people do that. You can spot it. Oh, sorry, Charcoal Ninja's like, "Can you stop flapping your stupid mouth and show us the moonstone?" She's literally like, "I'm out of time with you. You've run past your time." Um, okay, sorry, Charcoal Ninja. I feel like I'm in trouble. Look, I'll just stop talking. I love Moonstone. This is sterling. Look at all the like ornate detail to it. I love, man, I got slapped down by my own class. Where I live in the rich area is Sandy Bay, and they say it like Sandy Bay. They lengthen out like a sound. It's so lame. Like, it's cool to be rich. I wish I was rich, but like, it's weird how money changes people. Like, I know this because I was married to one that was a full on dick swinger, and it was crazy. Like, he would say the most ridiculous, the chillest. He'd say the most ridiculous things like, name your price. And I was like, dude, no one cares. Like, no one gives a shit. No one knows you're a jester. And even if they did, they don't care. Yeah, isn't it pretty? It looks like a Reese ring. Okay, look what else I got. $5 on clearance. I don't know what it is. It says made in Italy and it's enamel and it's a cuff. And here's why I got it. I was like, Patty, I know you're going to think I'm silly buying this, but remember all those, is Renee B in here? Remember all those oatmeal sweaters I bought at Southern Goods, Mercantile with like the horse stuff? Thanks, Charcoal Knit. Hey, Michael Malloy, long time no see. Look, I know it's silly, $5. And I thought this matches all of my oatmeal sweaters for winter and it fits nicely and $5. And it had a tag on it that said made in Italy. And I was like, I'm also from Franklin. I should have this. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I saw these when I was on my Italy trip last weekend. Wow, I saw these in Tuscany. Is that my rich person voice? Okay, we need to change that. Hey, Franklin, let me try again. Oh my God, I saw these when I was on my Italy trip in Tuscany. It sounds the same. Hey, Melissa, wasn't Jeff riddled in debt? Yes, he was. I think a lot of people who claim to have wealth. So I have been told that by a wealth management, a finance dude once told me that. He was a patient at a ophthalmologist I worked for, and he worked for Merrill Lynch. That was it. And he goes, I hate the rich girl baby voice. I know. He said to me, he goes, rich people like are in debt typically up to their ears. He was like, literally, some rich people will have like really expensive mansions and they'll have like mattresses laying on the floor inside. They're in debt. They have nothing. Guys, money talks, wealth whispers. I believe that. If you're loaded, Linda, yeah, Jessamine, I knew you would. If you're loaded, like, money changes people in weird ways. If I was loaded, I would know. Remember that $1 billion lottery a week ago? I kept thinking, I was like, if I won, which we all knew I wouldn't. I mean, I was counting on it, but if I had won, I wouldn't have told anyone. Now, sadly, I looked it up. Tennessee, they tell you. Like, Missouri was the same way. You can't be anonymous, is what I'm trying to say. I wouldn't tell anybody if I came into money. I wouldn't tell anyone if I got a bunch of money. I wouldn't tell anyone if I inherited money, if I got divorced and got a bunch of money. It's weird that people like to do that, but money talks, guys. Wealth doesn't have to be loud. Like, wealth doesn't need to prove it at all. I love really wealthy people and you wouldn't know it. And then they leave and someone's like, that was Warren Buffett. And I'm like, what? He had holes in his jeans. He was driving a Buick LeSabre. LeSabre? I don't know, honestly. But I thought that this would go well. Where is Renee B and why isn't she responding? Yeah, honey Lou. Here's the thing. I think money doesn't change everybody. I think it changes people who already have like poor characters and are super insecure. Like that, I've said this before, and this is no disrespect to anyone that owns a Louis Vuitton, okay? But if I had millions of dollars, I would never own a Louis Vuitton. I don't like status symbols. I don't like status pieces. I've said this before. If I had millions, I would want like a vintage Gucci bag. Some Gucci vintage are pretty nice, and I'm attracted to the look. I like the colors, but I would never buy something just because I'm trying to look like I have money and I want you to know it. I would never come into money and be like, "Oh my god, on our Tuscany trip, and then we went to Greece, and oh my god, Richard got sick and ate some bad hummus, so I had to go out with the girls." What is my rich voice? We've got to change that. When I do come into money, if I start talking like that, like, you'll know it. I'm gonna light up one night doing a show and be like, "How are you guys? Let's do roll call. Oh my god, Megan Roberts is here, everybody. Say hi to old Charlie. What's happening?" That's what the lady sounded like today, though, at TJ Maxx. I'm not kidding. I needed that. Linda always comes through. A little something to help with your rich voice. Is there anyone out there in the crowd? You know how they have like voice instructors and like talent people? Can someone reach out to me and work with me on this? An English accent, maybe? Okay. I think that might be harder. Um, well, somebody needs to like, we need to work on it. I don't know if there's someone out there that has that for a job, but we need to work on that. I appreciate you pointing it out. Thank you, Linda, and thank you for the super chat. It's embarrassing. Yorkie mom, I'm glad you're here, Pam. Anyway, this is cute for $5, and I'm mad that Renee B left us. Okay, so let me tell you the other thing I found. I found this at TJ's. Here's the thing. The rich lady who lives in Franklin. Oh my God, this is a better one. I drive over here to Pourville in Murfreesboro. I'm triggered by that reason. I think it brings out my jealousy. There's nothing to be jealous about with money. Never be jealous of people who have money. It's laughable. Hey, Chris H. I know. Vintage Gucci is a collector's item. Now, Chris, quit rubbing it in. Hey, baby lily pad. True to it. I love you, girl. Why did Renee B leave us? I don't know. She upsets me every time she does this. She just leaves and doesn't say, yeah. What was I saying? Our rich lady, okay. Yeah. Sorry to ghost hair on my tit. That other thing is like they talk down. Oh, good. Perfect, Debbie Zito. Have her reach out to me. You have my number. She was like, in Franklin, where I live, she was like, the TJ's is awful there. So I have to drive all the way over here to Poor Town and like all these poor ass peasants, but like you have the best jewelry selection. And she was like, the handbags are exquisite. And I was like, look here. I was like, what handbags? I've never looked at the handbags once at TJ Maxx. I breeze past them like Jeff used to do about my feelings, like your average narcissist does with your existence. I just breeze past like you're not even alive. Susie, Pourville. Well, Renee B needs to get her life together and call us when she does. Hey, Don Moore. So I'm embarrassed. I'm ashamed. Honestly, I'm ashamed. Sorry you have to slum it, lady. Remember the lady who looked at my wedding rings and she was like, where can I find some costume jewelry like that? Like, I love Jennifer Folsom. I love rich ass people who think, don't ever be jealous of rich people, guys. They're empty. It's hollow. If you have to be loud and project in the room that you're rich, if you have to be loud enough to be like, I come over to this one, I have to drive all the way over to Pourville just to see this one because I live in the richest neighborhood. I shop with Reese Witherspoon, but every time it's not as good. So we have to come over to this one. Reese, where are you? She's in the fitting room. It's so dirty in there. Oh my God. So it's weird, but yeah, true to it. I get along with rich people and poor people. I swim with every shark out there, girl. Same, but it makes me laugh hey, Annette Faber again. It makes me, yes, Jennifer, it makes me laugh when people have to dick swing and make their space bigger to make you, to me, I could be wrong, but it's to make me feel smaller. Like if you watch their body language too, when they're like, oh my God, so like It's weird. I'm like, "What are you doing? Like, what are we doing?" Although I have my own shit. When I was buying jewelry today from Patty, I was like, "Patty, I don't know." I was like, "That is cute." I was like, "Let's buy that, Patty." I was like, "Let's get it." And she was like, "Okay." And I was like, "Should we get that too?" I was like, "I think we should get the cuff." I was like, "It's $5, Patty. I think we should." And Patty goes, what is this we business?" And I was like, I don't know. I'm weird. I did that with all of my husbands and they all brought it up too. I've done that forever. Is it because I feel lonely? Like I don't want to be alone. I was abandoned as a small child. Everywhere I go, I do that and I don't realize I'm doing it. I'm like, I act like there's a person with me. It's the weirdest thing. I was like, I don't even notice I do it. She was like, "You do it every time you come in here." I'm always like, "I think we should do that. We love that color, do we not?" Like, I think that's perfect for us for fall. That's going to be a good piece for us. Holy schizophrenia. I think I scared her. Yeah, Audrey. And I do it all the time. I do it all the time. Jeff used to be like, "What is this we shit? Like, who were you with? Were you?" And I'm like, I think I just feel less lonely when I say we. You know how when I shit myself in public or I have to shit in public and I'm always like, "Oh, hey." And I sit on the toilet and I'm like, "Ugh." I'm picking her up at the airport like tomorrow. So you should hear the conversations I have when I'm in public pooping. I make up the crazy. I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "I'll pick up dinner." I turn into the rich lady. I say things that like I can't afford. I'm like, "Let me swing by. I'll call the caterer. The party is Friday. We're good. Like chill." I have a bunch of people I have to pick up at the airport. Mom's going to pick up at the dry cleaners. Yes. Like it's weird as shit. All right, Liz, I see you. I think I just feel less alone. And then, when I go through the Taco Bell drive-through and I order too much and my total's like $23 and people are like staring from afar, there's like the sixth car in the drive-through is like, "Did that lady just order $23 worth of stuff? There's only one head in the car. Is that lady ordering that much for just her? I see one head." So I'm always like, when I order, I'm like, and they're like, "Hi, can I take your order?" I'm like, "Yeah." Okay, so okay. I'm like, "And a crunch wrap, just vegetarian though." Extra queso? I thought your doctor said you needed to lose fine. It's a weekend. Can you add extra queso? Okay. Can we get plenty of fire? I already told her that. Okay. Can we get plenty of fire sauce? Like I do it every time. I don't know. I think I just feel less alone. I don't pre-order on the app for anything true to it because I don't want my food to be gross and cold. Lumen, so late, but I think you're a great friend to your internal voice. It's sad. It's kind of sad. I don't know. I don't know if it's like I think I have Gertie with me, but Patty was a little creeped out. She was like, What is this we thing?" I was like, "Hmm? Hmm, I don't know." I was like, "Why do you have to point it out? Why do you have to point out my insecurities, Patty? You didn't do it to the rich lady from Franklin, huh? You didn't do it to her." Um, Love you, inner sparkle monkey. Okay, so back to the rich lady. This is 43 minutes in. I can really drag out a story, can I not? I can take one fucking thing and make it into a 2-hour show. And I have to say, I think that's talent. I mean, it's not any talent that anyone would want or pay for, but I think that's talent that you find in low places. You're scraping the bottom of the barrel talent, but I'm impressed with it. I can stretch shit out for a long time. Uh, why is it that richer people are the lengthen out the vowel sounds? I don't know, Megan Roberts. It's very difficult to understand. Patty is a very solid Christian woman, squirrel girl, and I haven't told her Gertie's birth story because I don't know if Shelly, I don't know who that is. I don't know if Patty would find that offensive. And maybe it's kind of like you had to be there at the birth kind of a thing. So anyway, back to the rich Franklin lady. Here's what she says. And oh my God, I love the handbag. I love the handbags here. She was like, "Oh my God, Patty, the handbags are exquisite." And I was like, "Excuse me, I've been looking at sweaters all my life and rings. Like, what handbags are that you speak of?" I think I bought a belt here once, but Linda, I do voices. Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad. What if I did that voice in public? What if I just went somewhere and I was like, what if I went through the Taco Bell drive-through like that? What if they were like, "Hi, how you doing tonight? Can I take your order?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm trying to find my dad. I'd like a bean burrito, please." It's almost the Gertie voice, but it's like also Ed, the serial killer dude, the one killer. Who was that guy? I have a crush on him. Not Ed Gaines. But speaking of, holy cow! Oh my god. It's a holy hay bale. It's just a frosted mini wheat. Where's Buffy? Where's Armines? Celebrate. Hey, Rhonda McNeil, Katie Fulton. This is, oh, Katie would know. This is Franklin character. I feel like I could know this person. Their whole mannerisms and voices are shockingly so much. Ed Kemper. Yeah, I feel like I sound like a mix of the Gertie voice and Ed Kemper. Katie knows. Trust me. Katie knows. Yeah. I'd be like, can I also get some extra queso? Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad. So I go over to the handbags and listen, I'm a snob about handbags. And I was just talking about people who are snoots. I'm a snoot. Well, so are you. What is this? You have a piece of the manger hanging off your head from grandma's house. Good Lord, girl. What's going on? Let me check your pee-pee area. Punky, it's not Punky. Punky. It's a little bit red still. You need to quit messing with your pee-pee area. The Lord said to. I would listen to him. Katie knows. Yeah. Yeah. So I go over to the handbags. Hey, Jane. Yeah. And extra queso? Extra queso. Like if I were to write a book, that would be the title. Extra queso. Yeah, for sure. Extra. Do it. Okay, Jamie Palmer. So I go over to the handbags. My life changed. My life flashed. I was like, what's going on? I know, Jennifer Holzum, I only carry Claire V bags. I carried Claire V before anybody knew who Claire V was. I carried Claire V before she was Claire V. I carried her when her name was Claire Vivier. I have so many vintage Claire V bags. Like, I love her bags. It's not because it's a status thing. It's not a cool thing. I love her leathers and I love the colors of her bags. I love the shapes of her bags, the simple pop of color. And I also love that you don't see her name anywhere on the bag, except there's a little tiny zipper tab that has a Claire V on it. Hey, good vibes. I do not like carrying people's stuff with their name plastered all over it. I don't like that. It's a turnoff for me. I bought a purse. Sorry about that. So I go over, I saw this really, well, good Lord, girl, we're trying to tell a story. I saw this, first of all, I saw this really a long time ago in a boutique, and I was out of town with Jeff. And this was a high-end boutique. It might have even been in Nashville. That's okay, Jennifer Volsum. And I walked in and I was like, oh my God, I want that bag so bad. It was $500. There was no way. We're trying to tell a story, kitten. Beautiful. Oh my God. Oh, it's like we've never seen her before. She's unbelievably stunning. Peregrine, we're trying to tell a story. Oh my. We're trying to tell a story. Oh my God. Have you ever seen anything like it? You haven't, because it's not real. It's from the heavens above. They sent her here. That's enough, Peregrine. We're trying to tell stories and shit. So, I know, Buffy, it's a lot. Oh, Punky, we're trying to say things and shit. So I saw this, does she sleep with me? Good Lord, Audrey. Not only does she sleep with me, 4 other animals sleep with me. Of course they do. I'd be panicking if they weren't sleeping with me. I've been sleeping with animals for as long as I can remember. Animals have been with me in my bed for as long as I can remember. Buffy, I don't think she is. So I saw this bag and, I know, Abigail. And I wanted it. It was $500. I'm sure Jeff would have whipped out his credit card, but it was insane. I'm not spending that. So it had a label on it. It was a brown, and I don't wear brown. I don't carry a lot of brown. And It was a brown, like chocolate suede slouchy bag. And I don't own a lot of suede, but this was just a slouchy, uh, thanks, Becky. This was just a slouchy bag. Okay. And I loved it and I wanted it, but I didn't get it. And so I'm at TJ's today and it wasn't the same brand because there's no label on it. There is a chocolate brown slouchy handbag. And I was like, that's going to be so cute for the fall. And it just reminded me of that day shopping and I wanted it. And I thought, oh, it's probably going to be like $100 at least because the tag on it said Italy and it said Italian leather, made in Italy, stitched in Italy, everything. And I was like, oh, this is going to be expensive. Well, you're going to have to sit back down for a minute, damn it. Did you know that you were so little? Did you know that you get so tiny and dainty that it kind of makes me mad sometimes because I look at it and I just think, good Lord, girl. Brush your hairs. You won't even let me give you a bath. It's unreal. It's really too much sometimes for us. Sometimes it's a lot to take. It's heavenly. See you later. So look at this bag. And I've talked it up. This is like when you tell someone they have to see a movie and they watch it and they're like, it sucked. What were you doing? Like, I don't even want to know you. Oh man, this is not made in China. The labels are added in Italy. Sad. Oh, well, maybe. I don't know. This was $40. I didn't care. It was $40. It's all leather. There's no label on it. And it's exactly what I wanted. It's a slouchy. I sprayed it with suede spray. So it got darker. Now it's like darker chocolate. But I just think this is so cute. I love the slouch. Like, I just think this is so cute. I don't care that there's not a label. I prefer there's not a label. Very boho, Rain. I like boho stuff. And it's just, I mean, it's huge. This will hold a lot, but like, it's so buttery. And like, look, this would be nice for travel because you could pack it easily, but like, it would hold a lot. You could take this to like a farmer's market for rich people bread, like with poppy seeds in it. Definitely some handmade soaps, like a rich person handmade soap. What spray do I like? Sorry about that. I buy one called Jason. The brand is Jason. I like it because there's this was from TJ's for $40. What sprayed suede spray? It's called Jason. I get it on Amazon and I like it because it's not in an aerosol can and it doesn't have really harmful chemicals in it. I don't like harmful shit to breathe in. And I think it's like $18 for a bottle of it. And that's what I use. And I use it on all my shoes. I don't always spray every bag I own, but this being, this would be cute with those, true to it, with those overalls I got. It doesn't have a zipper. It doesn't have a label. It doesn't have anything, but Abigail, I kind of like this. It has these straps inside so you can tie it closed if you want. I never would. It would be super cute with the horse sweaters. That's what this is such a cute fall bag. Now, here's my problem. I switch my purses like at least once a week. I will get out for the season. I will get out like 5 bags that I'm loving right now of mine, and I'll just hang them like on my kitchen chairs. And then I will switch out my wallet in each one, depending on the outfit I'm wearing. So like, this is cute, I think, for fall. I think this is so cute. I don't have a brown leather bag. I don't wear brown. But this is classic. $40 and it's leather. I mean, that is suede, people. Even if it was fake suede, I wouldn't care. It's $40. If it's leather or suede, it gets sprayed. Yes, Rain. Hey, Barbara Waite. It will go. Look at Barbara Waite. It will go perfectly with your fake turquoise. Like, it doesn't get better than, it's so true. I didn't even think about, guys, my fake turquoise will be so cute with this. I love purses. Lisane just came from Italy. I didn't buy any bags this time. I'm sorry you didn't because they probably have amazing stuff there. I even thought this cuff, see the little brown stripe, this enamel cuff I got for $5? Cute. With some oatmeal coloring in the sweaters I bought. This would be really cute with denim, be cute with a jean jacket. Those overalls I got with the girls and bell buckle, so cute. Like a very hobo, just hippie, slouchy cat. My fake turquoise. God, it'll be so cute with your fake turquoise. And when I go to heaven, the Lord, that's the first thing that Susan P said that he's going to say to me. He's going to go, finally, a lady that wore real turquoise. Okay, the other thing I got at TJ's I didn't show you because it was cheap and stupid, but Patty and I couldn't stop staring at it. And then I actually have a topic. I can't believe there's still 200 people in here. I actually have a topic, but Patty was like, I just got that in this morning. And she was like, I tried it on too. She was like, I really liked it, but I put it in the case. And she was like, I knew somebody would come along and buy it. And the second I saw Reese walk in, I thought, that's something she's probably going to want to look at. And I was like, Patty, damn it, you're cute. Climb into my new purse. Look, this isn't an everyday ring. I was like, Patty, this will be so cute on camera. It's like a rainbow. I mean, it's obviously fake, right? It is sterling silver, but for $12, it was a rainbow fake stone. I don't know. Look at this. This isn't my style of jewelry at all. Like see my new Snoopy ring, like that's my style. So I'm not sure what I was doing when I did this. I don't know if it was like I was trying to channel the rich lady from Franklin. This isn't anything I would normally buy. It's just not something I would style. Hey, Critters Creation. That's hilarious. Look at the like crazy rainbow effect though. I just really liked it for all the bright ass colors, but I was like, this is so not my style. But I was like, you know what? When in Rome, when in Franklin, right? Thanks, Joanne Hawley. I have to blow my nose, guys. I feel nasally. Hold on. It's definitely not an opal. It's some cheap, stupid thing. So then, thanks, Tara. I got a Snoopy ring. A friend of mine in Kansas City sent me this. So the same maker that made my Snoopy necklace, she knows I love her and she knows her, the maker, and she sent it to me. I got it on Monday. Look, it's a pink opal is his ear. She hand makes all of these. Isn't that so cute? I can't stop wearing it. I know, Katie. I mean, it's got to I'll style it with certain things. It's really fun. I mean, like it's fun for certain outfits. So then you guys, guess who I ran into today? Where is Kim is Blue? Why isn't she here? Why is she not in class? Is there a link for what jewelry? Tara Jackson. I can tell you the maker of this ring. She's a local girl in Kansas City. She puts her jewelry in Donna's dress shop, but I can tell you her stuff is on her Instagram, and I will type in her name if you want to go look at her stuff. Or Donna's dress shop. That's the maker's name. There you go. You can follow her on Instagram. She has her own Instagram. Or you can look at Donna's dress shop's jewelry stuff, and she's got some stuff in there. Yeah, you're welcome, Tara. Abigail, after all, we brought nothing with us when we came into the world, and we can't take anything with us when we leave it. Ooh, I love that. I don't know, Katie. I absolutely love that. Audrey, that's cute. I love that. I know. Sorry about that. It's a bummer, isn't it? Abigail, after all, we brought nothing with us when we came into the world, and we can't take anything with us when we leave it. That is really, really beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. It's quite lovely, girl. Thank you for the super chat. So I went to Costco. I had to go to Costco for Huxley's protein stuff. Guess who I ran into? Wow, Yorkie Mom. I love it when you guys do that. Pam, thank you for gifting memberships, guys. 10 of you just got memberships from Pam. I love you, Pam. That is so nice. I hope you had a good week at your job. Pam started a new job. I'm really happy for her. She's going to whip it into shape. Thank you, Shelly Kelly. Thank you, Pam. That was really kind of you. So I go to Costco and guess who's there? Well, I mean, it's not like you guys know him. Guess who was there? I ran into I mean, you guys know I know the entire Bug Tussle PD department. The sergeant was at Costco and I know him quite well. He's been to my house like 10 times because, yeah, Rain, literally. He's been to my house with his iPad. I can't tell you how many times because anytime I get any kind of a weird threat or if someone makes some weird bullying video about me, if it's something, hey, no one, if it's something bad enough, I will report it to the police. I text this particular guy. Um, I've never had it, Muffet Lou, just because I just add it to the file. It's not like I think anyone's going to do anything, but I feel like it's important to say, like, hey, here's a name of someone who's really cyberbullying me, or here's what, a little bit of a threat they've made. The sergeant, Abigail, and then the people who were threatening to call Huxley School and did call Huxley School that I know of so far, I've reported them. I just give a list of people. It's not like I'm doing anything about it. I'm not suing anybody, right? Love you, Pat. That's so cute, Pat Jonas. Tell her we love her. Hey, Tammy. It's just for my own, like, if I'm ever out of town, if I'm ever anything, like, I always let them know the dates. I let them know my mom is with Huxley. The police know my parents too, which is kind of nice. Just this is such a small town. I'll have to try it, Muffet Lou. Thank you again, Pam. So he is the sergeant, and he's so nice. And I ran into him, and you know what he said? I just wanted to share this because it was so sweet. I said, "Hey, you." He was at Costco, and he was like, "Hi, girl." And he was like, "How you doing, girl?" And I said, "Really good." And have a single contact. Well, Abigail, I know the entire department. At this point, I have met every single investigator at the department. I've gone in, I've introduced myself. They all know I have a channel. They're all aware in case somebody's not on duty or somebody's out of town. I've met all of them, and they're so nice. They're so protective. They're so respectful. So, um, he was so cute. And I said, "Hey," I said, "Good to see you." I said, "How are things?" And he was like, "Oh," he was like, "Girl, been a real busy week." He was like, "Busy, busy, busy." And I was like, "What does that mean?" That's concerning because there's nothing going on here. Now, he's bigger than my town. He has the whole county. So he has like other towns too. And you know what he said though? It was so nice. I said, "Everything's cool, right?" I was like, "Do I need to move? What do you mean busy?" And he's like, "Oh, no." He said, "No, you're safe." He said, "I check on you all the time." He was like, "You just don't know it." He said, "I check on you all the time." And I said, "Do you really?" And he said, "I do." Yes, Abigail. He said, "I do." And he said, it was so cute. This dude is so accent, like the strongest accent. And I know, Muffet Lou. And he goes, I said, "Is there anything like I need to know about in my area? Like you would tell me, right?" And he goes, "Oh, yeah." He was like, "I'd tell you if there was anything." He was like, "Lot of that." And I was like, "What?" I had no idea what he said. I was like, "Is that one word? Was it two words?" He was like, "Lot of that." And I said, "Can you say it one more time?" "I don't know what you're saying." I was like, "I can't understand." And he's like, "Lot of that." And I said, "Are you saying theft?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I said, "Lot of theft? Theft?" I was like, first of all, there's a T on the end. There's a T at the beginning. I know you got that one, but there's a T on the end. Lot theft. That's what he was doing at Costco next to Alan, the greeter, whom I love. I was picking up toothbrush heads, trying to sound this shit out. Some of these people here, dude, they are hard to understand. And he is one of them. Literally, yes. But it was like one word. Lot of theft. And I was like, theft? A lot of theft? I was like, "You're missing the whole end of this word, dude. Like you gotta correct yourself. Check yourself. Like that needs to be some of us might get confused." I was so uncomfortable. Now I love him. Hey, Kala. I love this dude and I feel very close to him. He's been in my kitchen 10 times. Like he's come over and had coffee with me. He has reported everything. Like this poor man, I literally will text him and be like, I'm a little bit nervous about something. And he literally will be like, I'll be there this afternoon. I'll stop by you home around 2. He's the investigator. He's the sergeant of the department. And he comes over to my house. He knows my parents. He's so nice. Hey, Lenora Gray, Susan P. Hey, Jill Culver. Oh my God, rain virus. Me too. I start sweating. Lady O, rain virus. Tighten that up, Sergeant. It sounds like something Tommy would say. Tighten up your game. You better lock it in. What does he say? Neck it in. You better neck it in. Yeah, he's a pal. Katie, he's a pal. Rain says, I hate when I have to ask multiple times. I do too. I start panicking, Rain. If I have to ask 2 times, I'm good. If I get it the second time, I'm like, oh, wow. I really try to, hey, Wisconsin Barb. But if I don't get it after the second time, I'm like, a lot of what? I'm like, oh my God. I feel like I have to like fake a call to get out of there. If you have to ask someone a third time because you didn't understand it, and I have to ask because what if it's something serious? Like I couldn't pretend. I couldn't be like, oh, wow, bummer. Like who knows what he said? Yes, I then have to claim I have hearing issues. It is wild, Rain. I do too. I start having meltdowns. I go, so everything's good. He was like, oh yeah. He was like, everything's good over near where you live, gal. A lot of that. And I couldn't even like guess what he was saying. All I could read was his body language. And he was like, I went, a lot of what? Is it what? Is it one word? And he was like, a lot of that. And I went, Sergeant, I don't understand what you're saying. I was like, I don't know what you're saying. And he went, a lot of that. And I said, theft? Brother, that has a T on the end, man. Like that's important. Some things you can get away with where you just kind of drop off that last syllable. This one feels tricky. Like you should have it. Hey, Ty's channel, Marissa Martin. What are you guys all getting in here for so late? Where you been? I'm so proud of you moving into your new house. Come see me in Utah. I would love that. Robin W is also in Utah and I owe her a visit. I would love that. Thank you for asking. And I'm proud of you. And yeah, a lot of that. And I was like, Sergeant, that has a T on the end. And I feel like that's important for you to know. Like, I didn't go to school. I'm not trying to tell you how to say things, but I was like, sir, no one knows what you just said, including Alan, the greeter. Like, none of us are making this out. I know it's not just me and it's not a hearing issue. And he was so cute. He was so funny. I said, theft. He was like, ha, oh, girl. He was like, you're so funny, girl. And he was like, yeah, a lot of theft. Hey, Riley's human. He was like, I said, what kind of theft? I was like, do I need to be concerned about this theft? And he was like, oh, yeah. He was like, farm equipment, cars, cattle. I was like, cattle? What the shit? What the Yellowstone? I was like, what's that? That can't be right. No one's stealing cows. How do you steal a cow? What do you do with it? Actually, now that I think about it, like I would love to have a cow in here. How cute would it be to have a cow laying down next to Bo right now? Kid, I don't want to hear about it, girl. That was the weirdest. Yeah, I said it back to him, but I know him really well. It was the craziest thing. Yes. It's like people say 5th grade. They come in 5th. Yeah. Yes. Cows are worth a lot of money. Wow. With a large truck, Sweet Liberty. Interesting. I would have never thought to steal an animal, but a lot of that. He was like farm equipment. He was like cars, trucks. I was like, holy moly. No, Riley's human. You don't have to start over. It's really been a dumb stream. I talked about absolutely nothing. I'm just making time stretch, girl. Kid. Hey, Hux. Can you let your damn sister out? She has been really needy all week. A mini pony. Okay, I would steal one of those. That's worth the time. Theft. Don Moore. I love him. I'm not truly making fun of him. He is so nice. You know what he said when I parted ways? It's so nice. Audrey. Thanks, Humberdinck. Hey, Hux, can you also turn the air down one notch? I'm starting to get glistening. Thanks. He said, when we parted ways, I said, "Thanks for always keeping me safe and just, checking on me." And he goes, "I check on you, girl." He was like, "I check on you and you never know." He said, "You never know when I'm checking on you." And he was like, "I check on you a lot. You just don't know it." And I said, "Do you really? Is that true?" I was like, "Feels like you're making this up." That's my new thing I've been saying to people, just testing it out. Like, I'm just trying out new things to say. And I said this on my Zoom calls all week. I was like, "Are you making this up?" Even when it was just sounded normal. I'm just kind of trying that out with people. Like, I just challenge a little bit and I'm like, "Are you making this up?" Just try it with people. It sounds fun to say. It's just something fun to say. Like, you don't really care if they are or not. I'm not interested whether they are or not, but just try it. It's interesting to say that. So I said that to him. I said, "Are you making this up?" And he said, "Hell no, darling." He said, "No." He said, "I'm not making it up." He said, "This was so sweet." He goes, "I'm your biggest fan, honey." He said, "You just don't know it." And I was like, "You sound like Reba McEntire, but a man." I was like, "That is so sweet." Was I being honest in what, Abigail? Are you joshing me? Yeah, Lumen. Where the hell have you been? Renee B, we did a whole portion of the show with you and you were not here. I said, "Where's Renee B? Where's Renee B?" Everybody was looking for Renee B and you weren't here. And I was really upset about it. And I want you to know. Mr. Police, yeah, he's a very nice man. Yes, he's a very nice man, very kind. I love him and I appreciate him a lot. I love the Bug Tussle PD. Yeah, they all say that here. Darling, sweetheart, honey, they all do it. It's really cute. But he said that, guys. He said, "I'm your biggest fan, darling." He said, "You just don't know it." It was so cute. Um, what was I just going to say? Oh, yeah. Okay. So, Renee B, no excuses. We want results. Renee B said, "Oh, did we give up?" No, she has an absolute point. So there's two things I've been saying lately just to see what kind of reaction I get. I think you should too. There's evil afoot. I think that's really important to say that just randomly, just in out in nature. I think when people say things like, "How you doing?" You're like, "Good. How you doing?" They're like, uh, "The cop does watch my streams." He's told us when I went in to introduce myself, he had seen me once before. And I went into the police station and he went, "You look different." And I was like, "What do you mean I look different?" He goes, "You look different than you do on your show." And I was so embarrassed. I don't have people ever talk about my show. And I was in the department with all the investigators. I was not with regular cops. And they were all listening. And I went, "What do you mean?" He was like, "We watch your show." He said, "We watch your show sometimes." He was like, "You're real funny." He was like, "You're a funny girl." And I was like, "Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed." I was so embarrassed. But that's what he said. He was like, "You look different. Hey, daughter of the king." He's like, "You look different than your show." And I thought, oh, that's embarrassing. I loved it too, Joe Culver. Yeah, he's very nice, guys. Hey, Chrissy Twig. Yeah, Chrissy Twig, that's a thing too. Us Midwesterners, we talk fast. Fred used to do that all the time to me. He'd go, "Slow down, girl, damn." Like, we talk fast. Tennesseans, you do often want to be like, "Yeah." Now, I don't talk with a lot of really thick accent Tennesseans like that, but my dad is one of them, my stepdad. And, I go by Reese and he calls me Rice. Rice. He'll be like, "Rice, I gotta tell you, girl." Like, and I'm like, "Yes." And my mom does it too. She'll be like, "We're all ears." Like, they are slow. They're not in a hurry. They're just chill. They're just chill here. They're country chill. And I admire it, but I'm not. I'm one of them damn Yankees. Uh Grandma Sunshine Dragon saying fifth with no teeth is a pain in my ass. I live on Fifth Street. I worked in senior living for years, girl. I loved it when people would come down to get their mail and not have their teeth in, and they would start talking and like their lips would shrink into the back of their throats. It was so cute. That's adorable for you. And I love that. Thanks for being a member. Yeah, it's a Sam Elliott type accent. It's hot as shit. We're not making fun of it. It does. It reminds me of Sam Elliott in The Big Lebowski when he's like, "You got a sarsaparilla?" There's nothing wrong with that accent. It's just different. It's just different. But yeah, no, I definitely think that we need to start using there's evil afoot. So I want you guys to go out into the wild. Me too, Renee B. We're fast talkers. And I was a Scientologist too. So like Scientology, it's like they call it a com lag in Scientology, communication lag. So if somebody has a long com lag, that's what it would be. A Southern person that's like, well, I'll tell you what, girl, I about damn near whatever they say out here. You know, as long as the crow flies and the frog sings, girl, like they have a long ass com lag. We are not used to that in Scientology. You want to have a fast com lag. And we're actually trained with that. The dude abides. I know that accent's adorable. But that's a thing in Scientology. People will be like, you need to work on your com lag. You need to increase your com lag. Your com lag needs to be a little bit shorter. Like it's a thing. So yes, it's different. Com lag. Yeah, it's a com lag. Abigail. Oh man, Shelly. Yeah. Remember that time that dude that worked for my parents? He was like the farm manager. I came here one year to visit my parents. Yes, music life. I was in the back seat of the car. They had just picked me up from the airport. I think his name was Dale, but I can't remember. Might have been Roger. And this dude, my mom, I wasn't feeling good, but I wasn't shitting my pants feeling good. This dude, my mom goes, that's our daughter Reese. And I didn't get out. I was in the back seat. She goes, she's not feeling too good. This dude's neck extended 15 feet into the back seat, and he was nose to nose. This Southern man goes, you got the diarrhea? He's like, oh, Lord Almighty. He was like, I'd rather be beat by a briar bush than have diarrhea. He was like, you got that diarrhea? And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I don't have the diarrhea, but I am from the Midwest. And I expect a super chat before you ask me something like that, sir. It was the craziest, most uncomfortable. And I was like, first of all, what's a briar bush? I was like, are you making this up? Exactly. That's a good time to use that. Renee B, we're going to start using that. I think it's important. Just say, are you making this up? Just say that. This dude's neck extended. He had like an accordion neck. And it was like that in Beetlejuice. Like that dude was like, you got the diarrhea? I don't think he blinked ever. I'm pretty sure he didn't have eyelids. I don't recall seeing any eyelids. And the eyes were just like popping. And he was like, oh, Lord Almighty, girl, I'd rather be beat by a briar bush than have that diarrhea. And I was like, the fuck? Sir? I was like, put your neck back and put your eyes back in your head and go find your eyelids before you ever talk to me. I think your eyelids are on the ground over there where your neck extended, and I need you to put them back. Okay? Now, look, I'm an open individual. But to reach into someone's personal space in a back seat scared the ever living right out of me. And I was like, what's a briar bush? Right? Yeah. I tell you what, there's evil afoot. Are you making this up? Like, I think we need to start saying that. Are you making this up? Can we start using com lag when people don't get to the point? Yeah, absolutely. You always could have used it. So Renee B, what you want to say is, I can't talk with you because your com lag is too long, and I think there's evil afoot. Plus, I feel like you're making this up. I just think we need to start saying it. Are you making this up? That seems made up. You know, the other thing I said this week on a Zoom call, if you don't want to be so rude and say, are you making this up? And just like head on tackle it, like the diarrhea man, say, that sounds unlikely. That's another one I've been saying lately, and it's just for funsies. I'm just saying it for fun. That sounds unlikely. That seems unlikely. Never pay back evil with more evil. Yes, girl. Do things in such a way that everyone can see you are honorable. Yes. Love this. Be lady. Don't let evil conquer you, but conquer evil by doing good. Okay, that's probably one of my favorite ones I've ever read in my life, Abigail. I love this so much. Guys, apply this to your life right now, okay? Everybody, I want you to walk with the Lord and apply this to your life. And I'm talking to myself actually more than any of you. Renee B, I expect that out of you. and I expect results. Okay. So I want you to report back. Abigail, thank you for the super chat. And Megan did too. You got the diarrhea? Lord Almighty, girl, I'd rather be beat by a briar bush. I should have said that to the sergeant today. I should have been like, I'd rather be beat by a briar bush. I think I need to talk like that here because I'll fit in more. Like when I go to the Dollar General, I should do that. I should be like, are y'all out of spicy rice? I like those spicy rice packets from there. And be like, I'd rather be beat by a briar bush. Dang it. I'll see y'all tomorrow. That's a great idea. Thank you, Megan Roberts. That's adorable. I don't know what to do with her, Hux. Oh, that's the other thing. When kid loves to chase flying insects, and when I open the door at night to let the dogs out, flying insects come in, and that's her new thing. She chases them and she gets really loud. Why? Can anyone explain that? Whenever she does it, I thought she was hurting the other night. I thought, oh my God, her foot's missing. No, she was chasing a moth, but she was so loud about it. Why? Kid, why do you do it, girl? Kid, let me touch it. Let me squeeze you. Trisha Kelly, me too. She's hunting. It's ridiculous. Is that what it is, Kestrel? Is she just like making fun with it? Is she just having a good time? Battle cry. It was loud. She'll lose weight, Kala. That's the silver lining, is it not? Guys, we definitely need to keep up the sentence. I want you to use that in your daily life. There's evil afoot. I want you to just keep saying it. Just anytime, anywhere. Use it at work. Use it with your boss. When someone's like, are you doing all right? When you check out at Publix and the cashier is so nice and they're like, you having a good weekend? Just be like, unfortunately, there's evil afoot. Yeah, evil afoot. Yeah. Come get some. Well, I can't do that in public, Buffy. I'll scare people and I'll probably be on the news. There's evil afoot. I want you to try saying, are you making this up? Just say it. Just see what happens. My Yorkies chase flying insects and reflections. They're special. My cats become spider monkeys at night. I cannot stand it. They are trapeze artists. Can you say it in a New York accent? Say which one. There's evil afoot. Are you making this up? Remember the lady, the New York lady? What did she say? Do you remember her? I was like, I heard that New Yorkers are hardcore. And she was, oh my God. Remember she thought I stole her charger at the airport? She was like, did you take my fucking charger? Did you take my fucking charger? Like, I was like, first of all, is the F word necessary twice in less than 4 seconds? That just feels like a lot. And I was like, no, I didn't. And she was like, there's my dumb fucking husband over there. Somebody stole my fucking charger. He's not fucking paying attention. And I was like, you sound like such a nice lady. Like, could we exchange numbers? I feel like, could you dog sit or maybe babysit? Yeah, I think it's great, Renee B. Okay, B lady's a New Yorker. Well, I say to this lady, I was like, I heard New Yorkers are kind of hardcore, but I do love Tony Soprano. And she was like, oh, she was like, sweetie. She was like, no. She was like, I mean, some of them are hardcore. She was like, some of them are rough. She was like, I mean, I'm not me. I'm really nice, but. And I was like, oh, wow. Isn't it weird when you see someone in like deep denial? But I think that's just who she was. Yeah, B lady. And then I ran into another New Yorker, a dick swinger. It was a dude. And he kept saying it over and over. He was like, I'm from Brooklyn, bitch. And I was like, what is that supposed to mean? I wanted to be like, I'm from Omaha, punk. Like, why are we establishing our territory? Is Brooklyn supposed to be more important than the Midwest? Like, I was trying to understand what we were trying to calculate there. This dude said it so much. I'm from Brooklyn, bitch. And I so badly wanted to scare him and be like, come get some. I kind of like it more without the come get some, but just saying it, just making the sounds. Talk about scaring the shit out of somebody. That would be so creepy. Wouldn't that be creepy to do to someone? If someone was like aggressive toward you and he was like, I'm from Brooklyn, bitch. And then you're like, that dude would be like, and I'm out of here. Never mind. Like, I think we could use that if someone broke into my house. Like, I'm a single mom. Muffin Lou. I'm a single mom and I have like concerns about being broken into. And I'm like, fuck having protection. Like, imagine someone climbing through a window and you were like, they'd be like, I'm so sorry, ma'am. I'll pay for that window. I'm in the wrong house. I'm fucking out of here. I apologize to you, to your son. How much do I owe? Like, can I give you some money? I can't imagine. Where do you keep the sanity? Michelle Asbell, I love you, girl. I loved that picture of you with Donny Osmond. Okay, you're from upstate New York. How did I not know that, Renee B? Renee B is chilling and terrifying. She's just like Judge Judy. Renee B is literally like Judge Judy. You talk to her and she's like, oh, baloney. She's terrifying. She's just like Sophia. Like, she's your friend, but your asshole is totally clenched up and terrifying. Like, she's your friend and she's like, you want to go get something to eat? And you're like, actually, I don't have any appetite at all. And I can't remember a time before this. And my hands are freezing cold and clammy and I'm sweating. No, I'm not hungry. Thank you, though. Like, you're just terrified all the time, but you want to be friends. Like, there's an attraction, but you're scared. Yeah. Wouldn't that be weird? Cat. Yeah. Crack addict aggression. Yes. Like, it would hurt my throat, but it would be totally worth it. I wish I would have done that to the Brooklyn dude. I'm from Brooklyn, bitch. And just be like, oh, really? Oh my God, that would freak anybody out. I feel like if I was married, they'd be like, I'm not with her. Like, it would freak anybody out. We should try that. I think it'd be interesting to try. I mean, it's fun to do the come get some too. Hey, Time Mark. I would honestly like to try the time. Audrey, are you quoting my cousin Vinny? When I went to college for a year in Houston, I learned that Southern men love New York women. Southern men love probably all women. Southern men are gents. Margie Barr is upstate New York. Tammy's in New York. Yeah, it gets weird. You New Yorkers can be a little bit weird. That lady was like, did you take my fucking chaja? Like, she almost, like, I don't know if she was trying to be nice. It was the weirdest thing. I was like, am I about to get attacked? Like, am I being punked? Where's Ashton? I was like, excuse me? Is that how you walk up to strangers? Hey, crafty Carrie. Who walks up to a stranger and goes, did you take my fucking chaja? I was like, only a person with an accent like yours can get away with this. Can you imagine walking up to someone and being like, did you take my fucking charger? Did y'all take my fucking charger? Like, that doesn't work at all. And then just mine, no accent, being like, did you take my fucking charger? That's piss poor. There's no gusto to that whatsoever. Someone wouldn't even hear it. They'd be like, I'm sorry, is there a ghost in here? I thought I heard something, but I feel a breeze. It only works to be like, did you take my fucking charger? I can't imagine otherwise. Did you take my fucking charger? Like, no, it doesn't work. Time Mark, not really. We were just shooting the breeze. I actually had a subject, but I don't remember what it was. Yeah, Audrey, New Yorkers, I love them, but they're terrifying. They're scary as shit. Look at Renee B. Like, they're really scary. Armina, re-sing, come get some while holding our hands on the side of our face. That'll be our greeting. No one's going to understand that except the Zoom callers. That'll be our greeting with evils afoot as our secret password. So Armine said, if you hold your hands like this, oh, it does make a difference, guys. You can hear your voice differently. Like, you can hear what you sound like if you do this. So she says this in the Zoom call with like 50 people in there, and all 50 people are doing this. And we all started laughing, like 50 people on camera doing this all of a sudden. So I started like flapping and I was like, is this our new cult like handshake? And everybody started doing it. And like throughout the whole 8-hour call, we were doing this. So it would be so funny to scare the shit out of Brooklyn bitch guy and be like, come get them. That's crazy. And I was like, is this sign language? I wondered because like, what is it in sign language? Something like this means like clapping or laughter. I can't remember. Holly, I've missed you, Holly, and I hope you're doing okay. I've been thinking about you. Oh my God. Yorkie mom, it was so funny. Abigail, you had the sweetest, kindest voice, though. It totally matched your personality. How funny would it be to be like, Mama? You would scare the, like somebody would call the cops. I feel like somebody would call the cops. Yeah, that's what I thought, Buffy. Come here. You know how we use our hands all the time when we talk? What if we used them differently? Like, what if we used them differently? You know how I use my hand? Oh my God. Patty said today, when I bought this ring, I told her, I go, I think it would look great on camera. Riley's human. I go, I think it would look pretty on the with the lights. And I said, and I use my hands a lot when I talk on my show. And she goes, are you a hand talker? Do you use your hands a lot? And I said, I do. And she goes, oh, honey, she was like, my daddy said, she goes, I use my hands all the time when I talk. And she was like, my daddy said when I was little, she was like, he always said, if she sits on her hands, she ain't going to be able to say a word. She can't talk without her hands. Lord Almighty, she sits on her hands, ain't nothing going to come out of her mouth. And I laughed so hard. I thought that was so cute. I don't know what it is, B Lady. It's incredibly sparkly. It's probably just some fake thing. I would call the police for sure for a mental health response team. I would too. I would too. Yeah. So wouldn't it be funny instead of using your hands like normal? You know how we all do it when we talk? Come here. I think it would be great to be like, come here. Like it would be so much fun to be like, hey, Henry's world, there's evil afoot. I don't know about you, but there's some evil afoot. What if you just did that? Michael Malloy, start saying it on your show. It's really fun. Once you start doing it, you can't stop. I'm channeling Steven Seagal from his movies in the 80s. Like when he did Above the Law, he had the worst New York accent. And it was his, if you want a good laugh, Wisconsin Barb, they're not legal here. If you, Abigail's like, I'm sorry, I can't see myself doing that. It's the new cult language. If you want a good laugh, Armine did this. Go on YouTube and type in like best bangers, the best zingers from Steven Seagal. And that dude, like there was a part, the pool ball scene when he like puts a pool ball inside of a handkerchief and like starts swinging it around and knocking people's teeth out. Yeah. B Lady, that's where I got it. It's these dick swinging dudes from the 80s in these movies. And he like some guy is like, anybody seen Richie? He's like, is Richie, whatever his last name is, he's like, is he upstairs? And then he's like, he's upstairs. And then Steven Seagal's like, but there ain't nobody upstairs. It's the worst acting. It is so bad. And I love it so much. Yeah, Scientology crimes. It is so fun to watch those kinds of movies because it's so over the top. And also when they hit people, like the fighting scenes are really loud and like there'll be a dude behind you in the movie, but like they won't know it. But like suddenly they'll be like, huh. Remember when Sam Elliott did that in Roadhouse? There was like two men behind him and he was like, huh. And he just like knocked him out, just like hit him in the chest and knocked him out. So Steven Seagal says that in his movies. He says it a lot. He's like, come get some. And it's serious. And it's like, how did we not laugh through this? There's got to be a gag reel somewhere of like outtakes. How? Yes, Rain Virus, if you want to laugh, watch Above the Law, Out for Justice, Steven Seagal, Roadhouse. It's so fun. B Lady, it is so much fun to watch those. It is so much fun. Come get some. How do you say that with a straight face? Hard to Kill. Jane, that was a good one. That one was one of the funniest ones I'd ever seen. Under Siege was hilarious with him and Tommy Lee Jones. Hard to Kill was so good when he wakes up from that coma and he like can't walk and he has no he's like all atrophied. He's been in a coma for like 30 years or some crazy shit. And he wakes up from this coma, Steven Seagal. And they're like coming to kill him in the hospital and the nurse like tries to wheel him out and all of a sudden he gets feeling back and he like hops out of this hospital bed and he's like, come get some. And he's like not atrophied anymore. And all of a sudden he's like, has all these like black belt moves. Holly Day, it's the best. They are goofy as shit, Shelly. And if you need a good laugh, it's not just the moves. The moves are hilarious, especially when he takes like a stick or a pool cue and he like starts twirling them around. It'll get you. But when he says his lines, when he was like, but there ain't nobody upstairs, I was like, what did he just say? That's the best thing I ever heard. It's kind of similar to our sergeant friend today. Lot there. Does anyone know what I just said? When I asked the cop today about my neighborhood and I was like, is everything good? And you'd tell me, right? Like if people are getting murdered, I want to know. Like if people are getting decapitated all of a sudden, I hope that you think of my number and send me a text so I can get the fuck out of Dodge. And he was like, oh, no, darling, you're safe. You're safe. He was like, but lot there. Oh yeah, my hat says outlaw. Holly Day, what did I just say? Because I don't think she was here during that part. Meredith Lynn. And I went, what? And he went, lot there. So, gotta be careful. And I was like, I'm not getting it, but I'm going to schedule a hearing test here real soon. I was like, what did you just say? Lot there. And again, I was like, dude, that has a T on the end that's missing, like really missing. Like it's noticeable. Like if you were missing your middle finger or your pinky or like an eye, like I would notice right away if you only had 4 fingers. It's the same thing with the word theft. Like theft. Theft. A lot of theft. And look, I don't need you to switch to my accent, but like a lot of theft. A lot of theft would have been different. But it's different. It's different here. And Megan Roberts, thank you. I had no idea. And he was so excited about it. Like he was like a lot of energy. He was like, a lot of theft. So, me too, Audrey. Like there's a whole T on the end of that shit. You got it. You got to add that T in. Yeah, break-ins. Well, not break-ins, B-lady, because I said theft. I was like, what kind of theft? And he was like, oh, he was like cattle, cars. He was like farm equipment, lots of farming equipment. And I was like, oh, well, I don't have to worry about any of that shit. I mean, you're warned before you call 911 there. Yeah, well, I have, there's a whole T that's missing there, cat. What if we called cat, cat? You'd notice if I was like doing roll call and I was like, hey, Ka. The fuck? Ka. Who the hell is Ka? There's a whole T there. What if I said, hey, Craffy Carrie? Come on. You can't skip the T. Rarely can you skip the T. Hey, Megan Roberts. Roberts? Come on. Do I need to keep going? Look, it's K Fullen. K Fulton. If he's watching, he knows my humor and he knows that I'm not making fun of him. I love this dude. He's become a close friend, so it's all good. I'm not making fun. I hope he's laughing with us. He would. He has a very dark sense of humor, this guy. Very dark. Like he knows me. He watches my show. Kid, I don't want to put up with it though. Look, it's K Fulton. K Fulton. You can't. There's a whole fucking T. Ka. You can't do that. No, I really love that dude. And I hope I don't get murdered and he doesn't show up or something. Like that will suck if I do get broken into, if there is some Thea. And I'm like, hey, come out, I'm being murdered. Help, being robbed. And they're like, call somebody else, girl. You experiencing a little theft? Ah, well, you shouldn't have made fun of us on your show, you dumbass fucking Yankee. That's probably what will happen. Yeah. Yeah. So I probably should be looking for a new place. I do want to move anyway, and I'm really trying to save up my money for that. And it's probably time, actually. Speaking of, tomorrow I'm going to be volunteering at the local War Trace Music Festival, y'all. Hey, Joe Virus, and I may just try it out there. I may just dial it up and talk like this and just say, I'd rather be beat by Briarbush. Welcome in, y'all. Yeah, move out today, says Joe. You probably need to go. You've overstayed your welcome. Your time has expired. Reese, you are such an outlaw. Well, if the hat fits. I forget that you're Australian, Megan. So, guys, tomorrow, Huxley and I both actually prayers for the music festival. We are volunteering at our local music festival tomorrow, and I will be helping, and the police will be there. And let's hope that police department doesn't watch this channel. If they do, I'll turn around and come home immediately and go live. I actually planned to do a show while I was there. If it's possible. I mean, I'm not going to do a long show, but I thought I might hop on and stream with you guys and just nobody wants to listen to your nonsense just because you like to chase animals and insects. You're a crazy spider monkey, kid. Sass. It's too much sass. B lady, it's going to be fun. Helping Renee B. Huxley's going to help with the police and the other kids do parking cars. They're going to show cars where to park. I'm going to help stamp people's hands, check people's IDs, and give tickets or take their tickets. I really don't know. Quite honestly, I'm probably not going to be doing any of those things because I'm going to be flapping my gums and they're going to be like, you didn't help at all. You just stood there and talked to people. Abigail, closing. You're members of God's family. Together, we're his house, built on the foundation of the apostles and the prophets. I don't know who the apostles and the prophets are. The cornerstone is Jesus Christ himself. We're carefully joined together in him. That's beautiful. I think I can put that together, Abigail, but I would want to study more up on who the prophets and the apostles are. I'm assuming they're good guys. Yeah, Audrey, I am. Oh, I don't see it, Abigail. Thank you for your super chat. They sure will, Rain Virus. Hold on, guys. I have to blow my nose again. Okay. To clarify, closing scripture super chat, apostle. Oh my God, Abigail, this is so helpful. An apostle is a New Testament Jesus follower. Okay. A prophet is Old Testament God's messenger spokesperson. Oh my God. I'm going to take a picture of that. Abigail, that is so helpful. Thank you. I've always wondered what that was. An apostle is a New Testament Jesus follower. Prophet is Old Testament God's messenger spokesperson. Thank you. Dang, Abigail, that's incredible. Let me go back and read it now. You're members of God's family. Together we're his house, built on the foundation of the apostles and the prophets. That makes way more sense. The cornerstone is Christ, Jesus himself. We're carefully joined together in him. I love that. That's New Testament. Abigail, thank you for that. That's beautiful. That's a lovely scripture. I like that a lot, actually. Thank you, Abigail. And thank you for that super chat. That was really nice. Guys, this was a fun stream. We did not talk about anything I planned on talking about, but it can wait. Trust me. There's plenty to go into. Please, on your way out, hit subscribe. Like I said, we do these silly streams still, and we always will. We always will. But I really am into lately the heavy, meaningful lesson learning, the moral of things streams. And it's important to me to spread the Scientology word. So if you would hit subscribe, please. It's never been important to me. I don't care. And I still don't care that my channel is sinking. But if you're here and you don't mind, I want you to hit subscribe because I want you to know when we're going live. You can choose to be here or not, but I really do want to spread that message about Scientology and just other things. Um, oh my God, Alicia, you're hilarious. Yeah, Audrey, guys, thanks for laughing with me. Thank you for laughing with me. It was fun and it cured my depression. I love you, Megan Roberts. I'm glad to make people laugh. That's what I mean. Um, I love these silly streams. I don't care that we didn't have a topic. I don't care that we just went into the weeds. I don't care because we're not hurting anybody. Like that cop, if he watched this, he will know. He knows my personality. He absolutely knows I love him. And I'm very thankful for his protection and his department. But it's important to laugh. I like the Friday night streams because we really just go all over the place. It's important to laugh. It's important to not have a topic. Just keep it light. Just who cares? Just wherever it goes, it goes. But I do too, Audrey. He's an amazing man. Yes, B lady. But thank you, Buffy. If you would, yes. Oh, are we having another after party on Tommy's stream again? Honey Lou, quite possibly. Quite possibly. He said a lot of people are coming back over to his channel, and I think that's amazing. I think that's great. I think he's a great content creator. He's a great friend in real life on the personal level, but I think he's an amazing speaker. He's funny. I think he touches good topics and he's a good content creator. So yeah, Honey Lou, why not? For those that want to join. Love you, Joanne Hawley. And guys, I mean it. Thank you for being with me tonight. I'm glad it was silly. I'm glad it went all over the place. We need those. We got to lighten it. Kid, you got to straighten up, girl. You got to change your life. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll stream at the festival. Love you, Kim Leaf. So I'll see you guys tomorrow at some point. Okay, Honey Lou, that sounds good, babe. Please hit subscribe. Thank you for the super chats tonight. Pam, thank you for the gifted memberships. B Lady, he goes live in like 15 minutes typically, I think. That's all. That's what she's saying. I love you, Katie Fulton. I love you guys. Pam, thank you for gifting the memberships. Bye, Kala. I mean that, Pam. Thank you. Thank you for being members. Thank you for the super chats, guys. It's very kind of you. It's very kind toward me and Huxley. I love these streams and helping you with your faith, Reese. You're helping me with mine. I said that in my Bible study group. I love that, Abigail. You're definitely helping me, Abigail. You're making a huge difference. Dress for success tomorrow. It's going to be really hot. Love you, Pam. Love you guys. Thank you for your time. Hit subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow. Here comes Fred.